Hello everybody. I thought I just unplugged my microphone for a second. How are we all doing? I know I said I was gonna do this on Twitch. I ultimately decided not to because I was like, well, we're talking about Lego leaks. So if for some reason someone wanted to hear me talk about it, or like, you know when you're like in the middle of a task and you just kind of want background noise, so you go on YouTube and you try and find a long video so you can just let it play? What if someone wanted to do that? I'm here for those people. So that's why I'm doing it on YouTube. I was gonna do it on Twitch. We'll be back on Twitch next week. But I did say I was gonna do it on Twitch. Turns out I'm not doing it on Twitch. So I agree, just when I don't hope it doesn't crash. I was about to say happy May the 4th. It's May the 4th for me. I know it's not for everyone, but it is for me. So happy May the 4th, and hi everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thank you very much, Brandon. Exciting times. I'm about to ruin my watch. I was like starting the stream and I like looked for my stream deck and I like went to go and press like the buttons and I was like, oh wait, I already unplugged it and packed it. Look, I got all my suitcases down now. My passport's ready, apparently. If anyone missed it, guys, I'm moving. Woo! Exciting times ahead. So that's really good. The VODs are easy to discover on YouTube. That's what I thought. And I was like, for something like this, I think YouTube is a good place to do it. However, in general, I do like streaming on Twitch a bit better. And I want to get back into that because like over the next couple of weeks while I'm like packing up my stuff, like I'm not going to be able to film a lot of videos that require a lot of effort. Like I wanted to do a video for May the 4th and like I could not decide on an idea for so long because I was like, what do I do? Like I don't want to be buying a ton of parts. I don't want to be mocking a ton of parts because then I have to sort it and then pack it. So I'm going to be doing very simple videos for the next month or so. Lily, I'm still going to keep up at least with Australia, but I definitely will not be local anymore. Like Australian prices, absolutely referencing them. Australian sales, I'm looking at them because if there's a really good deal, I'm sending it to this house and I'm going to pick it up later. But it's exciting. Yes, Andrew, I'm talking about Disney. So I pulled up, so I don't know if anyone saw, but lots of the sets are already available on lego.com. Hold on, let me pull up the window that I had. So I'm going to be looking through lego.com first. Marvel's not on there. So I've tabbed all of them. And then there's also one Animal Crossing set that isn't on there. So we'll be going through everything. So yeah, like most of this stream is going to be talking about that, but we'll also catch up and just chill and hang because it's a good time. I watched Phantom Menace, by the way, yesterday in theaters. It was great, except the sound was really quiet. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I know we covered it last night. Richard, I'm excited for that ship too. I'm so excited for that ship too. Can you sit look at the city roller coaster just for me? Yes, we'll go through everything. So, where's my, I shouldn't have packed my little thingy. I think it's, oh, it is this button. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. I screwed up with Star Wars Celebrations. I've forgotten all 3 day passes sold out. The same thing happened to me, Lily. It happened, they sold out because I got in at like, for what the time is here. So I guess it was Japan time, right? Is the time zone. I got in at 9:10 with Star Wars Celebration and I was like messaging Tech, who I went with last time, because I was like, hey, if I get in first, I'll buy everyone's tickets. So I got in first and I'm like, hey, I can only buy 3 passes. Should I just get them? Like, you know, someone's gonna have to wait in the queue. And by the time I added them to the cart, they were gone. So I had to buy 3 individual ones. I got the lanyard, I got the like hybrid logo pin, and I got the regular pin. I also didn't realize until, again, if you like watch my celebration content, you might remember Sam, who was also there with us. He's coming too. We all bought tickets. He pointed out that Revenge of the Sith anniversary is next year. And I was like, oh my gosh, the amount of exclusive Return of, like, Revenge of the Sith themed merchandise there's gonna be, because they did a ton of Return of the Jedi stuff last time. I'm so excited. Oh, am I going to Japan? At the moment, I don't know. Because I need to price it all out. Like, if I'm going with friends, it's gonna make it cheaper, and that's gonna make it more possible. But the problem is, I have a bunch of moving costs, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy the ticket, so I've got it if I can make it, and if I can't make it, I can resell it. But I've got tickets for Star Wars Celebration and I want to go. I've never been to Japan. It's always been somewhere I've wanted to go. So I'm really, really hoping it works out. I haven't seen Tales of the Empire yet. I don't know what time it comes out. I think it's like later this afternoon. But I'm very excited. It should be really good. I cannot wait for those little shorts. Like I started watching a couple of rewatching some Clone Wars episodes yesterday. It was good. It's out. Already? Perfect. I'm watching this after the stream then. That's fantastic. All right, first set on the list for today. So for anyone who doesn't know, I have been getting really into Formula One this year. It's about time. Can I just say, about time. It was pretty good, quite violent, lovely. Lovely. Remember this year turning 20 is scary. Me turning 25 this year is scary. And the only reason I keep remembering is because Lego Star Wars is like 25th anniversary. And I'm like, okay, good reminder. Thank you. More Transformers sets and Lego. That sounds fun to me. I love the idea of that. It's gonna be so good. Do YouTube members not get midstream ads? I think everyone does. I wish there was a feature that you could do, because I would turn it off. If you become a member on YouTube, I would make sure that that feature gets turned off, but I can't do it. I wish that was a feature, because that would be so good, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, first set. So I've been getting into Formula One. This weekend it's the Miami F1, and I'm probably not going to stay up and watch it, to be honest, but I'm excited. I love scrolling through Twitter afterwards and seeing all the memes. I love keeping up to date. I am very glad, I agree, Zad, that it doesn't have Lance Stroll in it. I'm not a fan of Lance Stroll. I haven't watched a lot of Drive to Survive, but I did watch the episode where his dad was like, yeah, I'm going to live out my Formula One dreams with my son. And Lance Stroll, sucks. Kind of. So, I am, not a huge Aston Martin person. I've said this a ton of times before, but my grandpa used to work for McLaren. And he worked, the amount of lore my mum keeps dropping, he worked for McLaren in its, glory days. Then she pulls out a photo of my grandpa standing next to Ayrton Senna. What? I'm gonna scan that photo in so that when I build my MP4, and it's in front of the MP4 as well, I'm gonna build that set and I'm gonna put the photo behind it. I know, what if, no, but not only that, right? You know what she told me? And I got so annoyed afterwards. She told me that she had a signed photo from Senna that said, happy birthday, with her name. And you know what she did? She got rid of it. What? So, my mum just blurts out the most random lot as well. She was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that same grandpa, right? The one that worked for McLaren, apparently he used to live 5 minutes away from Jane Austen's house, the super famous author. What? I know, she sold the photo. I was so angry at her. But we still have the photo of him standing next to Senna, and that's amazing. So she bought the McLaren, she bought the MP4 McLaren, and I bought one, so we both have one. It is so painful to hear. I'm so heartbroken. But yeah, absolute flex. Their team was really small. Everyone who was working there was in the photo, and I was like, that's 15 people. That's insane. Anyway, so I'm a McLaren girl because of that. That grandpa was my favorite family member. You know how you shouldn't have favorite family members, but you do? It was him. I didn't even care about Formula One. Now it's flex. He's also a big fan of Toy Story, or was, I guess I should say, because unfortunately he is dead. Sad time. I shouldn't laugh at that, but he was a massive fan of Toy Story. So I grew up loving Toy Story Result. He also loved Sing Song. He was the best. Loved him. So I'm a McLaren girl because he was. He worked for them. Curse studs, you missed some lore. My mom had a signed Ayrton Senna photo that said happy birthday, and she got rid of it. That's what you missed. So yeah, as a result, long backstory, I don't really care about Aston Martin. I bought the Mercedes one because it was the first Speed Champions F1 car that I remember. So I have that one, and I've got the McLaren, and I'll probably buy a Ferrari because they're going to do Ferrari next year. With Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari, they're going to make a Ferrari. But I don't care about this. But also, it's got a safety car. So, I kind of want it, but, I'm not going to get it. They're so expensive. I managed to get the McLaren here for 30 Australian dollars. It was, on discount at Big W. That was a great price. This is, 45 US dollars? It's insane. I don't know what the price is in Australia because they haven't uploaded them all. But these sets look really good. I love the look of the car. It's really clean. Putting the safety car in here was genius. But 45 bucks for those two. This is a Culture King shirt. I got it from the store in Vegas when I was there. I also have the Padme Amidala one. I wore that one yesterday. The Spaceman plushies are great. I would buy one, but I wouldn't buy all of them. I got the James Bond cast set last year, remember, of my grandpa. I love that Eternal. I love getting sets for that reason. That's me with the McLaren. It's great. I was never a fan of green, neither. It is worth it. I think 45 is worth it. Like, if this is one of those things, especially now that I'm moving, right? Because Australia always does really good sales on Amazon. Like, I can get this set 20% off after like a week or 2 weeks at least, maybe a month. I wore my Jar Jar one today. I love that 10. They're such good shirts. I'm a big fan. But like, the US doesn't do that. So I feel like I'm going to be buying things on double points a lot more now. And this is one of the sets where I think I would. Like, if there's double points or a cool promotion, I'm getting this. Like, I really, really like this set. This is fantastic. Big fan. Speed Champions is killing it. I don't really want to talk about Mario. We'll skip that. I know there's a lot of Ninjago fans on the Discord server. So I'm gonna pull up the temple for you guys because this just looks really cool to me. So can some of the Ninjago fans tell me why this is a good set or why this is a bad set? I am Deck. You missed my video. You should watch my last video. You should do that. But I am. I'm moving at the end of the month. Very, very exciting. Good time. So yeah, someone tell me. Tell Varun there's a new DC set. We're gonna talk about DC as well because I want to talk about the Batmobile, even though it's already out. 3,500 pieces for $250. I mean, I don't really care about price per piece, but that does sound like good value to me. Also, just this temple looks big. This looks like a good amount of value. Samad says it's peak. Love it. Eternal Darkness is singing the song. Love that song. It looks so good. It does look really good. That's a good point, Thomas. It does look like the Jitsu temple. I remember that one. I loved that temple and I wanted that temple really badly. Because that was like the era of Ninjago that like I was a fan of and like enjoying. This looks really pretty. Some of the favorite things I like about it, firstly, is this little wheel. This reminds me of medieval looking things. I love this bridge. Poor Zane though, he's getting attacked by a boulder. The rock work on this looks really clean. The roof looks really clean. This also reminds me a lot of the Ninjago employee gift. Like the Christmas one. Oh, there's a little dragon in it as well. Oh, that tree build's really nice. This is just really aesthetic. From this angle, not really. But I really like this. It's just really pretty. I don't care about the minifigures though. That's big. That is big. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I love this. I love this. I'm a Ninjago. I would love to attend California conventions, but I don't know anytime soon. I'm aiming for Star Wars Celebration outside of that. Outside of that, don't know. I'd love to do D23 one year though. I know that's not quite a like convention, but I want to do that. That would be really cool. I think Monkey Kid nailed the cool sets. This looks really fun. Why is there a dragon on the top though? Can someone explain that to me? Because that does look a bit weird to me. As someone who's not into Ninjago, the dragon head on the top looks a little funky. This dream set, I just want to touch on this real quick because this looks really good as well. Unfortunately, I think dreams will die very shortly. Unfortunately. Lego is doing a May 4th promotion. It's a droid carrier from the Phantom Menace. It's really cool. Mine arrives on Monday. I'm very excited. This looks cool. I really like the Nexo Knight shield stuff over here. And the trees. Is it? Hold on. Why is like... What's with the weird gravity here? What is this? Is it supposed to be like that? I guess so, because it's in the clouds. That's really cool. That's really trippy, but that's really cool. How you can build it 3 different ways, or at least rotate it 3 different ways. Did anyone buy Dreams here? Because I didn't. It's a really sick set. I agree. The Ninjago Arena. We'll go through most of them. I mean, not every single set, but we will go through quite a lot. Quite a lot. Transporting my Lego to the US. A lot of it will be staying here. At least for the time being. I'm just bringing suitcases. I have 3 big suitcases. And whatever can fit in there gets to come. So all of my like filming stuff, like my lights, my tripods, my cameras, that is all a priority. Then next to that, I've packed my Harry Potter minifigures. I've already shipped myself the Harry Potter sets from March. So all of them are already over there, along with a couple other sets. And then Queen Amidala, she's coming. A selection of my Star Wars minifigures, like my favorite ones, they're all coming. Brookwild Chicago, I'm definitely going to. I'm booked for that. I am almost set. And now my flight's set as well. I hadn't booked anything because I was like, well, hopefully I'm going to be there by then. Roberto is coming. He's absolutely moving. Same with the plushie Jar Jar that I have. I have not committed to an NFL team. I liked Brock Purdy though, and his story, and he made it to the Super Bowl last year, so you know that's a big win. So it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. Okay, so next set. We have a G-Wagon. Guys, I'm buying this. Again, I'm not buying it day one, but I'm buying it at some point. I want the G-Wagon. Like, remember when a couple of years ago, I don't know if anyone else remembers this, right? But remember a couple of years ago, and G-Wagons were just like such a big thing. It was like, wow, Chris, why are you awake? Go to sleep. Oh my gosh, go to sleep. This is wild. See, look, I could support the Chiefs because of, you know, Taylor and Travis. I could. But I don't like, what's his face, the quarterback. He kind of annoys me, to be honest. Yeah, but this set, like, I don't know, like, it was the era, specifically, I guess the best way for me to pinpoint this, the G-Wagons I remember being, like, super popular and, like, the car, right? When, like, Shane Dawson was still popular. After he would stop doing conspiracies, and he would do, like, the vlogs, but, like, or like kind of occasionally do a documentary, that's when this car was popular. But I just like it because it's a regular car. It's not a fancy futuristic sports car like all the other Speed Champion sets. Like, this is normal. Not that I have a Lego City, but if I did, I would put this in the Lego City. I don't want the yellow one though. So I might trade that into like a second-hand store or something, like a Bricks and Minifigs or an Orlando Brickco. But I want this one. I love the look of the G-Wagon. It looks so fun. Like, look at that. I love how they've given them like their Karen mum hair, like as if that's not the perfect hairpiece for this. Like, this is great. I am moving, Bob. I am. The convertible looks amazing though. I love Lego convertibles. Same. I love a good Lego convertible. Like the city one. Oh, that's cool with the tire on the back and the Mercedes sticker. I mean, even the convertible looks so clean. Like, look at the exhaust being those like clip pieces. That looks really fun. Look at the spacious boot. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. What car are you buying when you move to the US? Hopefully a Mini of some sorts, because I used to have a Mini Cooper, but I don't think as much as I would love to buy that car again. One, I think I need a little bit more space, and two, the US has so many giant cars that I don't think that I would be a little scared in a Mini Cooper, because I had a 2-door. I would be scared in that car. Like, do I still have, oh no, it's on my little shelf. I have a little model of it that I made. Minis are expensive to maintain, so you've got to be really careful with them. But I loved that car. It was so fun to drive. It was really good. It was really reliable. I didn't really have any issues with it at all, ever. Easy to park. And the thing is with me, in Australia, like, we have a lot of small SUVs and like a lot of small cars. So I want a car that is small, like, so that I feel comfortable. Like, I couldn't do a big car. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. We will see. I'll have to pay US taxes. My tax return this year is going to be awful because our tax year ends in June. So I'm going to have to like double claim it. There's like a tax treaty or something so you don't get taxed twice. But it's going to be a nightmare. That's going to be the scariest part, honestly. I thought about it earlier. Because I've sat in the other side of a car before and I've driven around a car park and that was about it. So I'm a little scared about driving on the other side of the road. It should be easy, but it should be fine. Anyway, I want the G-Wagon. We got very off track when it comes to cars, but like, this just looks cool. I imagine someone could like mock this into like a Range Rover as well. I'd love to see that. I love going on Rebrickable and looking at okay, we'll skip all of these. I kind of want to talk about the Lamborghini. But I love, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. I love the Rebrickable car mocks. That's what I was saying. It will be so good. So good. It's so trippy, isn't it? First, it was. Like, so much so that, like, I went to park the car and I, like, reached down, like, with my left hand to, like, move the gear stick and then I hit the door and I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm, like, road positioning and stuff, I felt fine. I also felt I was so much more alert. Again, we were going round a car park. It was not like there was another car on the road, but like, it was ridiculous. This looks like the master. I thought you said Master Chef. Just a banana. It does look like a Halo car, like color scheme ones. It's a lot. You can have the G-Wagon and I'll take the Venator. That works for me. Are you coming to Brickwell? We'll go halvesies. This is one of the ugliest things I've seen in speed chips. Same. I'm not a fan. Like, then again, I've never really, like, if I see a Lamborghini on the street, right? Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to cars, okay? So, if I'm on the street, right, and I see a fancy car, like, if it's a Lamborghini, like, I'm just like, cool. Like, I think it's cool, but I'm not like, wow. I see a Porsche on the street, I'm like, beautiful. Man, if I had the money to buy that Sally Special Cars Edition car, I would. I know someone who like races like Porsches for a living, and they have like a garage, so they fix a lot of like luxury cars, right? And it's like really cool. They've like done a couple documentaries and things like that. So they have a Porsche that they like drove on an ice rink, and I went and watched it one time. It was really cool. So he's getting like a custom made, like super fancy, really expensive like Porsche coming through. So I think that's part of the reason why I like look at Porsches and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I would never buy a Bugatti. If anything, if I had the money to buy a luxury sports car, I would buy a Porsche. McLarens, they're really cool, but I learned from that same guy, right, who like fixes the luxury cars, he said that to replace the bumper, because someone like got in a crash, the bumper was going to cost 12,000 Australian dollars to fix it. Ew. There was a Sally edition. Laserbeam, look it up. It's so cool. So they had a Sally edition that like they had the eyes, and then they had an actual like Porsche color car. Also, I would probably get blue so that it looks like Sally. Oh, not white. They did show the Acolyte. It was like just like a battle scene. That was it. Tires on a Bugatti, 40,000 each. That's ridiculous. I had a hidden side set bob, but I got rid of it. So yeah, like I would not buy a Bugatti. This Lamborghini's ugly. And like Lamborghinis in general, they're fun. Imagine that. Imagine looking at a Lamborghini and being like, it's okay. Who am I? Doctor, I'm just gonna scroll past these pretty quickly. The Sonic sets look fun. Nothing crazy. This looks a lot like the trams you see in Sydney in the city. Because it's red and it is a tram. Like that just reminds me of the light rail. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please confirm my suspicions. Let's look at Simba, shall we? Oh my gosh, I know Zard. I was so disappointed. I was like, sucks. Look, hype for Daniel Ricciardo though. Good for him. But, oh my god, Kilo, I love that meme, to be honest. I love that meme. It's so good. Let's talk about Simba. Do not bring up Sonotube. Has anyone made a Sonotube Brickheads yet, based off the, Sonic one? Mr. Sean, I've like been trying to sell sets for a couple months. I think at this point I'm like, it's not happening anymore. I was thinking about selling Assembly Square though, but I just don't know how. Especially because it's so big, it's going to cost a lot to ship. This Simba. Guys, this is a set where I've realized. See you, Thomas. This is, I can't wait to see the big Simba. Oh, I forgot that there was, is that still happening? I thought this was the Simba. Maybe I'm wrong. Was there supposed to be two Simba? That would make so much more sense, because my first reaction looking at this was like, I understand why leaks are bad. Because I was like, this is disappointing. There's gonna be two? Okay, good. Because I looked at this and I was like, he's cute. But that other model was fire. And I want that. Okay, good. There's a big one. I'm glad. This is cute. Like, you know, this is good for kids or if you're on a budget. But also I can see a lot of people buying this who like don't keep up with Lego leaks or are stupid like me. And then they buy this and then they're like, oh, the big one's so much better. Why didn't I just buy that one? So I would definitely buy another one. What's the side build supposed to be? It's a little grub. So it's like, I guess the purple croissant's supposed to be a grub. That's what I'm assuming. Because there's also the little snail. And I guess that sausage is a worm. And then there's the two lady beetles. Honestly, don't put the side build in. Oh, that's kind of cute. His face is really cute. I actually quite like it. He's a lot smaller than I thought. Very shelf friendly, but I cannot wait to see the big one. Rumor is we're still getting the Leagues Maleficent. I hope so. I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't, because every other set from that survey leak is being made. Like, we've got like half of them or whatever. Or we're gonna have half of them by June. Oh! He's only $20. I thought this was more. I thought this was a 40 US dollar set. For $20, this is solid. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this now. I thought this was a lot more, and I think that's why I was really hard on it. I want Nala now. Yes! Give me another $20 Nala. And then do a Timon and Pumbaa as well, so I can have the whole collection. Big fan. Big fan. That would be good. They should give Simba a butthole like the tiger. If they don't, I will. I will. Cam, surely it's going to be in the idea set later this year. Surely. Should I sell my Rancor pit and trade it for a couple of Hobbit sets? Oh my gosh, Bob, that is a really difficult question. Because that Rancor is beautiful. I also... Okay, I guess the thing is, which Hobbit sets are you after? Because if they're doing Lord of the Rings again, they're probably going to do a giant bag end. And also, if you don't care about the minifigures, you can part together a couple of the Hobbit sets pretty cheaply. I wish we had Flick from A Bug's Life. I would love that. His ears do look a little like orange slices. You're not wrong. New Mufasa movie. Oh, that's probably why they're doing it. I didn't think about that. That makes sense why we're getting Simbas. I guess that's good. Oh, well, how about I talk about this for a second? I know that this is coming out in like 2 weeks. This is old news. This is incredible. I'm definitely not buying it. After the 2 Lake Town ones, I would look at how much it is to buy all the parts off Bricklink and then decide, because the Rancor is really, really cool. But also, I don't think they're going to remake Hobbit sets, especially from Lake Town. So, I don't know. The live action one is good. That is an unpopular opinion. Damn. I do have plans to submit another LEGO Ideas set. I thought I was going to have it done by now, but I don't. Whoopsies. They're for the 30th anniversary of the original film, actually. Oh, the more you know. Is it 30 years old? Man, I feel old. This set is really, really cool. So many people have been wanting this for a long time. I'm not one of them, but I love it. I think it's really fun. Expensive, but fun. Great model. Good work, LEGO designers. Alrighty, let's talk first Star Wars set of the evening. Or the day, if you're me. That one looks awesome, but easy skipped. Mood. This set. I'm hyped. Firstly, I pulled out, actually, speaking of, where is he? I pulled out my little Naboo Starfighter yesterday. I found it in a drawer, and I was like, damn, like some of the microfighters can be a little bit dodgy. This is a pretty cute build. And you got R2-D2's head, and you got Anakin. This was pretty cute, right? Now, I was a little too impatient, and unfortunately, I bought a Captain Rex. Now, I paid $50 US, I think, for mine. So, look, it wasn't that bad. Do I regret it? Should I have waited? Absolutely. I was counting on the fact that the minifigures were going to be slightly different. But even then, does it really matter to me? I'm not a completionist. Like, I'm not trying to buy every single clone minifigure or whatever ever. So the fact that his head is the exact same with like the inhibitor chip patch, I'm like, all right, fine. Like, that's all right. It's all right. That was a weird car horn. I don't know if anyone else heard that. But I'm a big fan. Ultimately, if you're buying the Venator just for Captain Rex, that's a dumb decision in general. That set's so expensive. It's really, really cool. Like, if anyone here hasn't seen it in person, it's awesome. It's so cool. It looks incredible. Like, the Venator is a fantastic set. I love it, but I know I don't have the space for it. I'm not interested in a giant ship like that. If they do a playset one, I'm buying it. If they do a mini scale one, I'm buying it. I just don't care about the big one. Like, it's a little too big for me, but it's really, really cool. Like, for example, if I got one, if I was still in the ambassador program and I got sent one, I would absolutely accept it. Don't get me wrong. But Also, you shouldn't be buying that set just for that. Now, I have Rex and I have Yularen. Yularen, obviously now, is going to be the exclusive minifigure. I don't think they ever should have locked Rex behind that paywall, right? That's a great... I'm so glad that they didn't do that. It's the same with the gunship, right? And then, like, that's why they said they didn't put Cody in. And then the exclusive figure ended up being a Mace Windu. Like, that is a problem. That's a good thing. I'm really glad that this is in here. I think they should have released them the other way around. I think that would have, you know, prevented a lot of people from getting really angry. But also, it's like, that's the price. If you were impatient and you didn't want to wait, because it's like, realistically, you really think they're going to put this minifigure and have him be exclusive to the Venator? Be realistic. Do we actually think that that was going to happen? Especially, you know what the key giveaway for why this, like, how you knew it was going to happen? If you go to the Venator and you look at the top of the box, and you know how they've got the preview minifigure? It was Yularen. Who was the preview minifigure on top of the Landspeeder? It was C-3PO. It's the exclusive minifigure that goes on the top. Mace Windu for the gunship, C-3PO for the Landspeeder, Captain Rex for the Venator. You know, little spoiler here, look at the top of the boxes. Thank you, Acom, I really appreciate it. I assume that's Sean, so thank you very much, Sean. No, Pink Eye, see, here's the thing. I know that you're like, you know, just poking fun at it, but I think there still should be an exclusive minifigure, but it shouldn't be a character like Rex. Like, having Yularen makes so much sense. So it's like, the fact that he's in a microfighter, look, honestly, that's like, best case scenario. Because I remember as a kid, like, there were so many minifigures, like Velma, for example, right? I think that's a good one. She was in like $180 castle, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend that amount of money, but I want to have the whole Mystery Machine squad. I ended up buying the Mystery Machine and the castle, and I got the whole squad, but still, I would have loved to have had Velma in a cheaper set. Like, I think this is a great thing. I overpaid for mine. So, you know, and I'm happy to be getting it. I want a second one because I'm the type of person, I want minifigures on, a little tier stand, and I want them in like a scene or a ship. I would love to have a full-size Rex's Y-Wing though. I think surely that's got to be a thing now that they've done this little one. It's a pretty cute model as well. Like, I still like Rex as a minifigure. Like, I don't have a problem personally with him and his helmet. I think if a character has an accessory, this mold, it works. Like, the printing on him, like, it's not the breast. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but it's not horrible. I don't have a problem with the torso. I love his arm printing. He has his camera. It's very long, you know. And I just put a custom camera on mine. I think I have a spare one that I can put on this one as well. But also, in a set like this, even if the Venator had the camera, I don't think they would have put it in this set. But I'm really excited. This looks really cute. Absolutely, I'm buying this the second I see it. Like, I don't need to wait for points or whatever on this. Like, it's gonna be great. Wait, no, the Minion Party Bus is fun. It's not, I guess it's not even included in this. Actually, you know, speaking of the Minion sets, my mum saw the Groot set, you know, the one that's like creepy and everyone's like, ugh, cursed. My mum loves that set. She wants to buy it. So, there you go. Fun fact. I got my order yesterday already. Damn, lucky. Mine hasn't come in yet. This is so cute. Very excited for this Y-Wing. Very, very, very excited. I assume it's gonna sell well. It's gonna be out of stock for a couple months, I imagine. Rex is such a killer character. Plus, I can, like, Ahsoka's readily available. They're gonna look so cute on a little shelf together. I can't wait. Okay, I don't really care about any of these other ones. Ninjago fans, should I talk about the dragon? Let me know. Jaden, disgraceful. Disgraceful. I don't really care much for the castle at all. What should I do? Sullivan, unfortunately, Velma's expensive. And I think you're gonna have to bite the bullet and pay a lot for just the figure. I would skip the castle, because, like, the castle bit's cool. I want to use it as a Halloween decoration since I have it. But these days, like, if I didn't have Velma and I wanted to complete the gang, I mean, also if you didn't have Daphne, bonus, you get 2 of them in that set. I would buy both of those figures separately if you don't care about the sets. Save the sets, like, save your space for a set that you really like. Yes, we're talking about the dragon. Ooh, a Ninjago fan doesn't care about the new sets. T. Tell me about it, Kilo. Tell me about it. It's the largest dragon ever. Why not talk about it? That's a good point. Remember the days when Ninjago dragons used to be like $40? I loved those original wave of Ninjago dragons. They were so cool. Oh my god, Kiwi. That's one of my like favorite sets out of the U-Wave. I'm not gonna buy it, but I love it. I loved Kai's Fire Dragon, Cole's Earth Dragon, Zane's Ice Dragon, Jay's Lightning Dragon. They were awesome. So good. Right? Those were such great sets. This looks like an awesome dragon. He looks really, really cool. Look at his flame wings. He's got flame wings. That's so fun. But also, what's with this giant chair attached to him? You know, this is the type of set that I could very clearly see duck bricks hanging from the ceiling as well. Just side note. Like a D&D dragon better. I mean, I like the D&D dragon's face better. I think the wings and the body of this, though, is incredible. This looks really fun, but it is very big. Like, I would rather them do a little bit of a smaller dragon, but I'm not the ones buying these. It's a removable saddle. Why is it here? Who is sitting on it? Why does it need to be so big? These are the questions. These are the questions. Jace, I would sell the 20th anniversary Sangrim sets. You're not going to get a ton of money for them, I don't think. But I would sell them. And maybe if you want, keep a couple of the minifigures and invest in the new system. I think the new system in general is going to look way better. And is going to be happier. The main villain is controlling the dragon. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Eternal Darkness, I'm with you. I want more First Order sets. I don't have enough First Order Stormtroopers. It's a little bit of a problem for me. Not really, but, you know. So I like the heavy detail, but it drives up the price in an insane way. I prefer the simpler dragons. I prefer the smaller ones. This is awesome, but it's a lot. It's a bit intense to me. We don't know story-wise. Gotcha. Okay, it's to hold the gong of shattering. Okay, so I assume that's that thing. I think that's a cool build for it, actually, using those like weird spinner pieces on the top. Nice work, Ninjago designers. Big fan. All right, the Paz Vizla next Star Wars set. These are the ones I was most excited to talk about, especially for May 4th. Also, guys, can we have a moment here to just say to Lego, hey guys, especially whoever's deciding the embargo dates for LAN, good genius move this year. I'm so glad that we've clocked on that, hey, I mean, there's never really June sets releasing, so I guess that's probably why it hasn't happened before, besides last year when there was the 4+ temple, right? But, hey, we have sets releasing on the 1st of June. Let's do the reviews up on Star Wars week. That's genius. Well done. It is shockingly early, like it feels a little too early, but it's also great timing, and I appreciate that. So well done, Lego. You did a good job. You know, obviously, not being in the program, I would like to be able to buy sets early and review them. That being said, you did a good move. Marketing team, big win here. This set, not what I expected. Not what I expected. It does look a little too small. I think the door needed to be bigger. It just needed to be a bit taller, and I think a large part of that is because in this image especially, Moff Gideon is flying so high. The Praetorian Guards look pretty sick. I do like the door build, but there's not a lot to this set. I guess if you really wanted Paz Vizla, like, you know, good time to get him. I already have one though from the Armorer's Forge, so I don't necessarily feel the need to buy this set, at least for me. Like, Moff Gideon looking like Gus, that's fantastic to me. Big fan of that. But like, one of the guards is in the advent calendar. Spoilers. I have Paz. I'll just buy Moff Gideon separately. Because I want Gustavo Fring. It is $40, $40 US for this. I don't want a build of this wall. I think that's the problem with it. Like, I don't know. I also just, like, the thing is, Moff Gideon, even himself, right? He's not on the screen for very long in this outfit. Like, Richard, I can believe it. I don't want to believe it, but I can. This set, it's fine. Like, it's fun. That door looks cool. I love the detail on it. I love the mechanism. Ooh, look, a little stickered tile of the Imperial Cruiser. That's cool. I like that little detail here. We have some stud shooters. The minifigures are obviously the draw here, but this is just like, it's not a battle pack, but it's like, hey, buy a battle pack and then buy essentially another battle pack because you're buying it for the minifigures. But and then they connect. So I do like the fact that they can connect. If you haven't got a Paz Vizla and you want him, buy this set because Moff Gideon looks really cool and the guards look cool too. And then you can recreate Paz Vizla's death like this child is doing. This is one of those sets where it's like just like abnormally dark for like a, oh no, look, they're advertising the instructions app. No. Thank you, Gorilla Tube. This is, oh dear. But would you buy multiples of this set specifically? Also, why is there no stand for like, give him one of the superhero stands for, pardon me, Moff Gideon. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. I wanted the coming soon page. All right, we've talked about Harry Potter, so we can skip through all those. I want to talk about this and then the Sonic set that's next to it. So as we just saw, guys, look, spoilers for the advent calendar for anyone who cares. Yeah, I hate the instructions app would be better if it just gave me a PDF. I don't want the interactive thing. I just want the PDF. This advent calendar is so good. So as we can see, we get the guard in this set. So for me, I'm not interested. Now I'm going to show the full page because why not? Oh my gosh, I just realized this Luke has the new hairpiece. That's awesome. These builds look great. I'm kind of confused to why they've stacked it in this weird triangle the way that they have. It's a little bit weird. This is fantastic for multiple reasons. One, the minifigures I'm a really big fan of. A super battle droid. Yes. Amazing. Pectoral guard. Amazing. I want them in multiples. 501st Trooper. Cool. Fun. 2 fun Christmas sweaters. I'm a big fan of the Christmas sweaters. Love to see it. And then another Ahsoka. I'll take it. I only have one Ahsoka like that. I would love to have another one. Again, why? So I can put one in my T6 shuttle and one on the shelf. Now, as you guys have all been saying, there's a mini kit in this set. Genius. Genius. No Santa, bit of a bummer. You know what? There's no Gonk Droid either. They've done festive Gonk Droids for a while, but we skipped the Gonk Droid. I would rather a mini kit than a Gonk Droid. That is so fun. I'm surprised they didn't do this the year that the Skywalker saga released. Also, the tie having a little reference there to the original ones. I don't know why else the blue is there, to be honest. I love the little ghost build as well. Big fan of that one. Even the Young Jedi Adventures ship got it featured. The Jabba Cell Barge looks really good. I'm the Venator as well. Yoda's Starfighter. Vader's Castle's back. Another Razor Crest. Like, these are all pretty sick ships. I don't know what this one is, though. Does anyone know what this build is? We have a Y-Wing. T6 Shuttle. AT-AT. I also don't recognize this one, but this one looks a bit more familiar. I think I just don't know it off the top of my head. Replace the Razor Crest build with the Festive Gonk. Nah, I'll take the Razor Crest build. So, I saw what I Jaden, and then you could scatter mini kits throughout all of your sets. Daniel, I really enjoyed Ahsoka the show. However, there was parts of it that I wasn't a huge fan of. Like, I feel like they were like, yeah, Thrawn's a really big deal, but they didn't tell you why necessarily. And it's like, luckily I watched Rebels, so I knew that, but I feel like they didn't really give backstory. I didn't really like what they did with the Marok character, if that's even his name, I don't remember. Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati were fantastic. Sabine, I wish they didn't go the route that they did with her. Ahsoka also, there were some parts where I feel like as a character she was a little bit disappointing. Otherwise, loved it. Loved it. I wish Hera did a bit more, to be honest. Q-Wing. Okay, U-Wing. Perfect. Gungan Sub. No, that's not a Gungan Sub. It's got a weird something else. But this is good. I'm a big fan. No, it's not a Gungan Sub. Because it would... Maybe. No, I feel like it's not pointed at the front properly. I would have loved them to do the Gungan Sub. It's a Fang Fighter. It doesn't even look like a Fang Fighter. I don't know. I feel like that's closer, though. Mandalorian Starfighter. Could be. I'm glad, though, that I'm not the only one who, doesn't realize what it is. That makes me feel a bit better. There's the back of the box. I'm excited for that. But as always with advent calendars, I'm buying it on sale. Like $45 for that. No thanks. I will be buying it though. Absolutely. I'm just waiting for it to be on sale. I want to touch on this little Sonic set real quick. Because my friend Sam, not that Sam Smith, he pointed out that this is a better Yavin 4 than the Yavin 4 set. He's not wrong. He is not wrong, unfortunately. It's so, isn't it one of those Freemason ships? I have no idea. It could be the Skeleton Crew ship, actually. I don't know what that one looks like, so maybe. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it now, right? Like the steps, the builds, the plants, the little structures. You could very easily, like, modify that to be Yavin. Anyway, that's the only thing I wanted to mention. Is that the first Knuckles that we're getting? Or has Knuckles been around before in the Sonic sets? Because that minifigure looks really cool. I know that this is kind of boring. But this chess set, can we talk about how good the chess pieces look? Second Knuckles? Okay. Knuckles upgrade. Gotcha. I kind of thought there was a Knuckles, but I'm not familiar enough with Sonic the Hedgehog as a Lego theme to know necessarily. This is such a cool build. I love the pieces. I'm kind of confused to why they don't have like a little jumper plate in the middle. This is also a very expensive chessboard, but this is really cool. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that for a second. Where's the magical chess pieces? They were Wizard chess a couple years ago. I did see that they made an Inside Out 2 set. It's very disappointing. There's also the Batcave that I'm sure everyone's really upset by. The up brick heads. Kevin looks really cool. That advent calendar is really disappointing. We're just gonna skip through these real quick. Bear with me. Oops, did I not press the right page? No, I said page 3. Why are they replicating some of them? Like, we've already scrolled past these. A new Ender Dragon for all my Minecraft fans out there. All right, well, we have the next battle pack. Let's go. It's great for non-verbal kids, though. It is. It's really good for that. Though I feel like they could have done something a little bit more interesting. Like, I wish they kind of built up the console a little bit more with, like, all of their characters. I think that would have been really fun. Or, like, to have some of, like, the emotions balls. But I definitely see its advantage. I think it's just very niche. I think that's the problem with it. Marvel Advent Calendar has been disappointing since day one. Since the first one they released. Alright. Ambusher Battle, Endalore Battle Pack. To be honest, I just don't care. I think the build's fun. Like, those pieces, if for a battle pack, you can reuse those pieces very easily. Superhero stand piece, so that's great. In terms of a battle pack, this is solid. I like the fact that you have two different things. Like, I get that battle packs, people want to build things in mass, but I can buy multiples of these and I'm building two different armies at once. And that's pretty fun. And then it's even. I also agree, Eli, I like that it's a non-clone battle pack. Like, as much as I love clones and I love army building clones, it's very fun. Hi, Zion. That's true, Sam, you're right. The first advent calendar was good. I just don't care about these ones. Like, I'm glad that we have something different, but I would have loved to have seen, like, Scout Troopers, or, Rebel Troopers, or Stormtroopers, or First Order Stormtroopers. Like, I think there's a lot of other things that I would have loved to have seen that aren't clone-based besides this. But also, I get why this is coming out. This makes a lot of sense. I'm glad that it's coming out the same time as the other Mandalorian set. So that's really fun. This is, in my opinion, a better battle pack than the one earlier in the year. Like, the one earlier in the year was fun and great and all, but, like, I like this one. Like, it's a little bit more simple. It's cheaper. The build's better, in my opinion. Like, I think the little tri-droid in the first battle pack from the year, that was really good, but I didn't like the clone sections of the builds. So this is really fun. Like, I'm quite a big fan of this. Excited to join the first live with you, Holly. Oh, thank you for joining, Orlando. I hope, sorry, Alonda. Did I say that right? Please tell me I said that right. Thanks for joining, and I'm really sorry if I butchered your name as well. This is just meh. Like, I don't even remember these white troopers, to be completely honest. The Mandalorians are fine. I don't really care. I'm not buying that one. In fact, the only Star Wars set out of this mini June wave that I am buying is the microfighter. I have not looked at the brickheads. I haven't scrolled past them yet. I think they should be on here at some point though. I think. So yeah, again, like them attaching is really good. I'm glad that that's a thing. But I'm not buying either of them, so it doesn't really matter. All right, now we have the Batmobile that totally didn't see this coming. Oh, it comes out in August. I wonder if that comes out in Australia in June. Not that that helps me in any way anymore. But for anyone who doesn't know, I have a mini like little Batmobile collection going on. So I've got the, which ones have I got? I've got the 1989 one. I have the Robert Pattinson one. I have the 60s and I have the Tumblr. I love the animated series. So now that I have a 5th Batmobile to add, big fan. You know what else is even better for me? Is that Harley Quinn comes in the set. So now she's cheaper and I don't have to buy an expensive version of that figure because of the art set. That makes me happy. Mr. Freeze, he looks awesome. No complaints about him. It's got the same base as well, which is fun as the other ones. The Batman figure, everything besides the cape, I like. Let's take a moment to mourn capes. Why are we doing this? Now, here's the thing with this cape, right? Like, Car in general is sick. I skimmed through Mini Superheroes Today's review before he had to take it down. Big fan. I like this car. I like the model. Minifigures, these, beautiful. Harley, beautiful. Batman, look, he suits the cape better than some of the other ones that we're gonna see later. But I still hate it. I miss the cloths. I can understand why they're doing it for superheroes, because think about the amount of people that buy superhero sets and then like play around with Batman, right? But I agree. How is he gonna fit in the car? Like, I thought this and I was like, okay, like they're trying to make it easier for play. But another thing is, it's like, okay, but how are you gonna fit Batman in a car? Like, that's why we had the like spongy capes. So what are we doing? Like, I don't know. He looks good though. I don't like some of the other ones. Like, he's not too bad, but does it even have the bat like spiky thing? I think it does. Look, okay, that kid seems to be putting him in the car. So maybe they had to make it extra big so he could fit in the car. Either way, I'm disappointed that we have rubber capes now on this Batman. Like, I agree. Molded cape should have stayed with Doctor Strange. I don't like it. There's a hole in the chair. Why? We're just making it complicated now. Like, at least Star Wars is giving their capes, but even then, we are on our last legs when it comes to Star Wars and the capes. Like, Boba Fett didn't get his pauldron in the mech. It's like, yeah, Darth Vader and Palpatine, you guys can have a cape. But fabric for anyone else, not a thing. Not a thing. Like, yeah, fantasy figures. Like, if you're making, like, if you're doing, like, kingdom stuff, like, you want capes. For Star Wars, you want capes. For Dreams, they get capes, and they should have capes, because it's all, like, made up and fun. For superheroes, they should have capes. I would agree, Ali. Like, I'm like, how is it better to throw in a molded cape when you have to make a new mold, and it's made of rubber? How is that cheaper than fabric? So I'm now thinking maybe I should buy a bunch of fabric capes off Bricklink or Bricks and Pieces. Because if we're really going to stop making them, I want to have a bunch. They realize people liked the Doctor Strange cape. Yeah, but the reason people liked the Doctor Strange cape is because canonically, the Doctor Strange cape had a mind of its own. It made sense. This doesn't make sense. So disappointed. Everyone keeps saying Bruno's not included. Is this not Bruno in the poncho? Is this not right? Also, I never really spoke about this properly. So this got leaked. Let's see. What does it say in the description? He's not included. Abuela, Maribel, Isabel, Dolores, Luisa, and Camilo, and Antonio. Why? Why would you do that? This is ridiculous. I thought Bruno had facial hair, so I looked at this and I was like, he looks similar, but it doesn't quite look right. I looked at this and I was like, ew. Like, I expected the set to be colorful, but I expected it to use way more pieces. Like, look, that's all one piece. That's all one piece. That's all one piece. All of these are like those giant bricks. Like, there are so many large pieces in here. I thought this was gonna have way less pieces and be like really intricate. Also, the color scheme, to me, this doesn't look right. Like, the original one, that looked way better to me. So, oh, Karen, I love capes for minifigs. Capes, they're so good. This that's growing on me, I would love that. I made a custom Count Dooku minifigure that has a rubber cape and it actually looks nice. I'm gonna trust you on this, but I still prefer fabric capes. Like, I'm a Encanto fan that's losing their mind right now. See, I look at this and I'm like, this doesn't impress me. Like, I liked the other one. Like, I have the other one and I built it and I broke it down because I was like, oh, I'll bring it with me so that when this new one comes out that I'm gonna want, I can like put them side by side and compare them. But now that this has come out, I'm like, I don't want this. I'm just so disappointed by the exterior. Like, it just upsets me. I'm so glad that more of the characters are included, because after the flower pot with Isabella came out, I was like, wow, they should do Louisa. That's not her name. Casandra, okay, yeah, she's in the set. Isabella, Lisa. I had to sing the song. Then I got there. Like, exactly. I thought this was going to be minifigures. I thought this was going to be a bit more detailed. Look, this is still going to sell like crazy. Because all the little girls are going to be like, wow, I want this. But it's also expensive. So maybe they won't. Maybe their kids won't let them. Actually, it looks a bit better when you see it in the box art. I don't know. There's just something about it that throws me off. The interior, however, I've only had a very quick look at this and I really like it. Antonio's room is awesome. I love the hammock. Maribel's room, rip. It's tiny. Isabella's, fun. The kitchen, the family tree, the dining room, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But I don't know. I wanted more. This is not what I expected. And I don't really know what to think. It just looks a little bleak. And I know it's kind of like hard to explain because there's a lot of stuff here, but it just doesn't look right. Okay, it can detach. Fun. This is exciting. You are annoying me. That mini doll. Otherwise, I mean, I'm gonna buy the characters. Unfortunately. But there's just something about the set. Oh, the fact that the shutters can move, that's fun. That's cool. It looks way better on the box. Oh, see, now it looks nice here as well. Maybe it's just the angle that it, like, of the first one. The interior does look really thin. I think it's 4 studs. Maybe 6. At least on the bottom, I think it's 6. And then these top ones don't really have anything. I think it's technically 4, if not 5 in these rooms. It's not a lot. But it looks better there. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings. I was so excited. I think at this point, like, I'm just happy that I have the old one. I have an Encanto house, and I love that Encanto house. The interior, definitely not as cool as this one. But exterior-wise, like from this angle, I think it's just because there's so many big gaps, and I think that might be it. But I'm not in love. Like, yeah, like it just doesn't look right from that first picture. I don't know. I'm very excited to see it in person. Like, I hope the Lego store has it on display because I would love to have a look at it, like up close and like squat down and actually like get to look at it, because I think it had so much potential. That poncho reminds you of what? You know what? That's the thing. Encanto got capes. Encanto got capes. Ooh, maybe, yeah, it could be used for Calcasters. Guys, look at this mech. You know when Star Wars mechs came out and everyone's like, ew, mechs. I was one of those people. This is awesome. Like, look at this. This is so sick. Does Luke have a new head print? Or am I imagining things? This side looks new to me. I love this. This is creative. This is fun. Like, the Star Wars mechs, they've grown on me. And I think a large part of that is to do with the fact that I'm friends with Firebird and Sam, and they make a lot of really cool custom mechs. But the thing is, their mechs are a bit more creative. Like, it's not just a body of someone. Like, it's more fun. There's a bit more to it. This is so great. So great. Qui-Gon did get a poncho, you're right. Like, I'm probably not going to buy this either, Eli, but this is definitely the best mech that they have done in a very long time. I love the X-Wing wings. This is what I want to see. I want to see a TIE fighter mech. I want to see a Republic mech. I would like to see a giant Yoda mech, that being said. But it's awesome. Like, they literally are. Polybag wings stuck to the back. This is so fun. Ready Player One vibe. Nice. It does have an explosion. Like, the box art as well looks good. I agree, Smart. Like, that looks fun. It feels lively. Like, yeah, the knee joints always annoy me. And the core is a bit of a bulky piece. But, like, this would be fun. If they do a Padme mech, I will buy it. I'm that pathetic. Guys, this is one of besides Harry Potter, this is the set that got me the most excited when I saw it. I was like, no way. No way. I have been waiting. Oh, I want to make a Queen Amidala mech. Man, I want to try that. That would be fun. When I saw the set, I saw it on Instagram at night. I was about to go to sleep and I was like, no way. I have been waiting for a Sleeping Beauty castle Lego set in any way, shape, or form. Ideally, I would love a big one. But now we have this little one and I'm like, oh my gosh. Sullivan, I love it, but they have discounted it a couple times. So maybe it's worth seeing if they're going to discount it again. But I love the micro Walt Disney World castle. I've got it. I lit it up. I've got a Light My Bricks kit in it, which is really cute. I've also got the Haunted Mansion. I haven't bought Ariel's yet. I want to buy Ariel's. I'm probably going to skip Agrabah. This I'm buying. This is so good. I agree. Vince, I would have loved to have seen Blue Dress Aurora. It sucks. I'm glad they've gone back to minifigures and they've learned their mistake. And I wonder if they're doing it just because it's a Disney Parks version and they already had her lying around, but whatever. I love this. It's a little too bright, I think. Like, the castle in real life is a little bit more dull, and I think that just comes down to the fact that they don't have a large variety of pink. So, alright. I also think it's a little bit too tall. I think it needed to be wider and shorter. That being said, I'm just glad it exists, to be quite frank. Now, a couple years ago, it was like 2016, it's almost been 10 years, but I did this like trip with my dance school and like all of my dance friends who are now like family to me, right? And we got to dance in a Disneyland parade. So they used to do this thing and it was called like Dance the Magic, and there would be a bunch of dance schools and they would like all do the same combination. So our song was You Can't Stop the Beat from Hairspray as well. I still remember most of the choreography, actually. We were doing it around playing musical chairs the other day. But I'm like dancing around on Main Street, right? So I'm gone past the Matterhorn, and I distinctly remember coming around like the founder's statue around the roundabout in Disney, and there was this bit where we like did this like arm thing and turned around, and I just see like the Disney castle. Like it's behind me while I'm like mid-dance. And I just will never forget that moment. That is one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. That is like one of the best days I've ever had. I will never forget it. It was awesome. And because of that, I have been waiting for them to do a Disneyland set. I love the Disney World things, but Disneyland is the park that I have been to a lot more. I guess Walt Disney World is like, it's my home park now, essentially, right? Like I get to be a pass holder again. This is fantastic, right? But like Disneyland Paris, like that's the park I grew up with as a kid. So that's sentimental for me for this reason. Disneyland, though, is the park that I like grew up with like as a teenager, and I was very lucky to always visit because like, I mean, technically Tokyo and Shanghai are closer or whatever, but like this is the one we would always go to. This is the one that I've been to and I've seen develop. I know really well. It's my favorite Disney park in the world. I'm just a sucker for Disney. I can't help it, right? So I'm buying this. Absolutely. I'm so happy that it exists. It makes me so excited. Like, this is one that I think I might put on like my PC or my desk. Like, look at it. It's so cute. I love it. And like, yeah, it's the same minifigure as the CMF, whatever. I'm just glad there's a minifigure in this set and not a mini doll. Hype. Look at them together. Like, that's the thing. I think, and that's why, like, you put them side by side. This needs to be shorter. I think actually if you take one of these, if you replaced this brick here with some plates and knocked that tower down, I think it would look a bit better. I agree, Mini Big. They do need more pink shades. More pink and more purple types. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jenna, are they? I know our school wanted to, but like the problem is in Australia, we don't have, to be quite frank, we don't have a lot of black people, and we could not do that musical because it would defeat the entire purpose. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, we have a lot of like Asian immigrants. That does not work. And I really wanted to do it because I wanted to be Amber. Or Mrs. Von Tussle. She's iconic. Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie, great. I love that movie. So good. We don't know if it's trying, oh, that's awkward. That's so awkward. I know one school did it and Seaweed was played by this like Asian kid. He was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. He was really talented. But it defeats the whole purpose of the musical. Like, what are you doing? Also, it was a Christian school. So they were trying very hard not to like do all the inappropriate stuff. Which was so funny. And there was a private school that did it too, because I had a friend who was in it. And they had so much money. The production was like such high quality. And then I saw the proper musical last year. It was great, but I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot like how crude this musical is. Because I saw a high school do it. Anyway, these mini castles are fantastic. Big fan. They are expensive, but I really like them. And I will be buying it. My husband did Hairspray for 3 years straight. What? Why? Mix it up. New brickheads, guys. Legolas and Gimli. There's also Inside Out ones. I would love to see someone make the rest of the Inside Out crew. We have this KK Slider Animal Crossing set. That's pretty fun. They're redoing the Mario boxes. And Peppa Pig's a thing. Alright, guys. Moving on. We have Marvel. None of these are listed online, so I pulled up the photos. The Milano. Guys, as we know, me and Lego Marvel, just me and Marvel in general, we're not close friends anymore. Which sucks. You know, I'm besties with Spider-Man. Always will be. But the movies are tiring me. The shows are tiring me. Their theme park rides, on the other hand, that's a different conversation. They're always been there. Especially Cosmic Rewind and Guardians Tower. So I see this and I'm like, Guardians! Why are they doing this again? They've only done 3. The first one was ugly. It was the wrong color scheme. It's very dated. It's also 10 years old now. The second one was really good, but it was really small. And then they did the Venator, and the Venator was awesome. Big fan of that set. Now they're doing the Milano in the same style, and I am a big fan. This is gorgeous. Look at the model. This reminds me so much of like Cosmic Rewind as well. And I think that's why I get really excited for it. Like, look at it on its stand. And also, we get every single Guardian. That being said, as cool as the ship is, it's awesome. I really, really want it. It does look like it's going to be difficult to display. I have a question about these minifigures. Wait, Drax has got minifigure heads on his torso. That's hilarious. Whoever did the graphic design for Drax nailed it. I get confused with this, right? Because they're all in their red suits, and it's a Milano, so it's clearly based off the first movie. But why is Groot a baby and in the plant pot? Like, I guess this is like at the very end after the battle. Like, I'm glad that baby Groot's back. But also, they did change Drax's skin color back to gray, and I'm so glad they did. It looks so much better. The green is like weird. Like, it's so weird. I loved my Drax. I've got my Drax from the second Milano, and I thought it looked so much better than this. First movie after the battle. Like, why? But like, he wasn't even a baby. It has to be post-credits because Groot was like a twig after the battle, but here he's a baby and he's dancing in the plot. Like, this just seems like a very weird time to do it. Like, I would have rather do, like, I guess it's because they're not going to do a buildable Groot. That makes sense. I get why they're doing it now. Never mind. Vince beat me to it. It's because he wouldn't fit in the set. Correct. I still wish that Rocket was grey, to be honest. I don't know. Something about him being brown doesn't look right to me, but I'll take it. He looks great. I I love their torsos. Guys, they've all got leg printing as well, so that's a big win. Except Star-Lord's torso doesn't match up properly. Gamora's does. Drax looks fine, but look at Star Wars. Look at Star-Lord's hip and then the bottom of his torso. It doesn't match. So, that sucks. I like him having a more serious face. Yeah, I think he's a little too... which is not great. They could have done avatar limbs for adult Groot. That would have been awesome. Like, I feel like Groot needs something else than whatever they did last time, to be honest. They're releasing the same leg prints, that's why. Yeah, I know why, but like, why did we not modify Star-Lord's torso print so that it could match the hip print? Like, that would have made way more sense. I'm just glad they've got leg printing, to be honest. Hey, we are nitpicking. I'm very, like, it doesn't take away from the minifigure, but it is something that I did notice, which I found kind of interesting. But look at that. Glorious. I think they all fit in the set as well, which is really cool. Next up, we have Age of Ultron. It's been a while. It's been a while, and no one really likes this movie, unfortunately. This is a pretty neat set. This is, if Marvel made battle packs. This is awesome. The Iron Legions are back. There's a new Iron Man suit version. Every set is bad, all of them. The Milano is good. You cannot tell me the Milano is bad. I don't believe you. Don't believe you. Also, Sans, you know full well you're gonna end up buying all of them anyway. I like this movie. I think it's fine. No new Ultron. Yeah, that's the worst part. This is fine. It's nothing special. It's just a Marvel version of a battle pack, essentially. Nothing really to it. It's a bit bland. Whatever. This set, it's fine. You know, I'm not a big fan. The worst part about it, again, look, Thor's got a molded cape. Why? Why? The skeleton people, they look fun. Actually, I can see people buying those and then putting them in like a castle army. That would be fun. I would love to see that. The mold for whatever this guy is called, I don't remember what he's called. What does it say on the box? Sotor. He's fun. I like his sword. But it's just a bit meh. His torso build looks fun. I just don't care. Like, I just don't care at all. I like some of the building. Like, but like I look at this and technically no, it's a buildable figure / mech. I prefer the X-Wing mech. The head is weird. Well, they just reused the same piece from Eternals. I think it's pretty good piece usage, but like the build on the front looks awkward. I'm like, I don't like it. This is fun. It's like an expansion pack if you bought Avengers Tower. I don't have Avengers Tower, so, you know, I don't really care. But you get Black Widow with arm printing in it, so that's kind of cool. I still haven't got this Loki, but this Loki now comes with, again, a molded cape. I'm sick of these molded capes. And the Hulk Big Fig from here is back. But I think this is kind of expensive. If I'm not wrong. Which, like, I don't buy this, an expensive thing. But Big Fig Hulk's back and he's cheap, so that's fun. It does work actually really nicely with the Quinjet. That's a good point. This could be combined with the Quinjet and Avengers Tower. So that multi-purpose, you know, I'll give him that. I can do it. $50. Okay, that's better than I thought. It's still a bit much. Then again, I could just be saying that because I'm not super into Marvel anymore. Like, I'm just tired. This one, I guess he's got different colored pants. Oh no. Is that a different mold or is they just printed it? No, they went a different mold for this Hulk. This set, the box art does not do it justice. I think the box art's still pretty good. But there's just something about this. Like, this angle looks a bit better. This set, though, for the price is so expensive. Like, what are we doing? But I love the fact that this is the first set, besides Avengers Tower, where every single Avenger is in this set. Yeah, but they're gonna keep Hawkeye exclusive to the Tower, aren't they? Like, they're doing it, which, it's a shame. Like, Hawkeye's in this one, so that's fine. Same Iron Man. The little tower build's a bit janky. I also don't like the fact that the guards are using stud shooter guns. Ugh, that's a bit painful. But this is much better than I thought. you know, I like it. It's very nostalgic. It's not awful. The one thing I would change about it, though, is actually two things. I would change the stud shooter guns, and I would change Thor's cape. Otherwise, I like it. I like it. It's an awkward shape, I think. It's kind of a diorama, but it's also kind of not. You get a car build, so that's fun. You know, there's a lot of play features. You can make a display out of it. It's quite multi-purpose, which is good. I'm interested to see what it looks. I feel like every angle, though, it's displayed at awkwardly. Like, I want to see it, like, side on properly. I think that would be better. The white fern piece, I think that was in the owlery as well. It's a new-ish piece, but it's not new for this set. I think that's the way to go about it. It's pretty fun, though. So, I'll take it. I wish they used the Eiffel Tower scaffolding technique for the tower instead of rail parts. It would have been a lot more interesting. That's for sure. That's for sure. I agree. It just seems expensive. Like the Hulk, I get it. Like he is pricey. We gotta make it. But where's the rest of the value coming from? I guess it's got a lot of minifigures for the price. So, you know, that I sent they used the towel Hawkeye in this photo. Did they? Hold on a second. Where? Oh yeah, he's got black arms here. That's funny. That is funny. How'd they screw that up? That's interesting. And then the last Marvel set we have is this Groot. I keep seeing people rave about this. I don't like him. Sorry, I don't. He looks horrifying to me. And I put it down to the fact that he has an olive green mouth, bottom of the mouth. And all of the vines on him are too bright. Like, all of those vines at the front, that should be olive green. Like, there's too many colors going on. I think it's really weird. Now, the other baby Groot, like, baby Groot, not like pot plant Groot, he grew on me, okay? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like him at first. I bought him, I built him, and I was like, oh, he's actually really cool. I don't think the same would be with this one. I was looking forward to this, but he just looks creepy. I can't. He does look starved. Like, I think the body and everything looks fine. The head looks creepy, and the color scheme is the big issue. Like, look at this. This looks like a mess. Like, if they simplified it a bit more, like, I get that you can turn him and he can dance. That's a cool feature. But there's too many colors going on. Too many colors. And that's what ruins it. And I'm so disappointing. I'm definitely seeing Deadpool 3. I'm very excited for that. Venomized Groot was great. This is not great. This is the third Groot. He does have no soul. Imagine if Lego could have got the license, though, to put I Want You Back on a sound brick, and then the sound brick was in this set. I know that was never going to happen. But imagine. Like, I think they really tried to capture the magic of, like, the Groot pot plant Funko Pop. Because he's really cute. And then put it here. There's too much bright green. I agree. Too much bright green. The olive green, fine. It works. It looks cool. Like, I think in order for me to make this set and enjoy it, I would have to change so much. Because I think this piece was in the regular Groot, so you could swap that out. Then you could swap out every single bright green piece to an olive green version, and it would be a bit better. One thing I did find pretty cool is that they've got, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, like, tiles, so you can swap it out. Like, that was fun. But that was it. I briefly touched on the brick heads. I think Legolas and Gimli look really cool. They're my favorite Lord of the Rings one that they've done. But otherwise, I didn't really care. And the last set I wanted to touch on is Dodo Airlines Animal Crossing. This, for some reason, isn't online, but the other one is. This plane build is so cute. This little dock is adorable. Animal Crossing, they're doing really well. I'm enjoying it. I still want to get Isabel's house, I think. I don't know. Not Isabel's house. Isabel's visit. It's someone else's house. I can't remember. I haven't played Animal Crossing, though, in a while. So, you know, it's not high on my priorities list. But Animal Crossing is doing so good. I really hope they continue it. I'd love to see some more villages and some more villagers' houses. Like, this is so fun. Like, big fan. they're doing really well. Animal Crossing, great. Again, and the best part about it is the Japanese boxes, to be honest. Like, it's fun. I love to see it. Hey, Cronuts, how are you going? Anyway, those are all the sets I wanted to look at today. I don't think technically I am missing some, actually, because none of the city sets were online. I just realized there's a new Lego truck. Let me see if I can find a photo of it real quick, because I do want to look at that, because I remember the original Lego truck, and it was awesome. I was such a big fan of it. Not the food truck. I want, like, the Lego truck. I guess I should write city, and then I'll throw links in there, and hopefully it appears. I can't find it. Oh, found it. Hold on. Hold on, we got there. Give me a second. Oopsies. Okay, it's loading. We had to go onto Reddit, and it's taking a while. There we go. This is fun. This is so fun. I don't know any of the sets that are included in here as like little references. I could not tell you what a single one of these boxes are. But I remember the early one of this, and it was so good and so fun. And I'm so glad that it's coming back. Like, this is such a fun Lego set. I always really wanted it. City has got some cool stuff, and so does Friends. And this is another one of them. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know why they're not being uploaded. This is one of those sets, though, where it's gonna, like, come out in August in the US and come out in June and everywhere else. But it's awesome. Awesome. I love it. I feel like City's doing really well. Star Wars, I don't think is doing worse. Star Wars this year, I'm a really big fan of. 2024 leaks. Roller coaster. Is this the one that's like, whatchamacallit? Like an Exo Force something? Is that the one I'm supposed to be looking at? Is this it? I think this is it. Robot World. I guess I should call it that. That's the other one I'm supposed to look at. Oops. There we go. Okay. I've got it now. Here we are. Alright. Then there's the roller coaster. Exo Force. Woo! This has some fun references. This is cool. This is so cool. Pardon me. Like, this is just fun. Right? Like, I look at this and I'm like, this is a fun time. This is creative. This is fun. This is colorful. Packed with references for all the oldie AFOLs like me. This is great. Like, I am, like, obsessed with this. Now, here's a photo of the back. Hang on. Oops, I opened it too early. Ah! There we go. Okay, now we can see the back a little bit more. So one thing I really like is the little arcade machine. So this one's Alien Conquest, which I'm a really big fan of. I remember when that came out and I always wanted it. We have a bunch of little references on the TV screens. I need to sneeze again. Why am I sneezing so much today? Oh my gosh. Barnacle. So many fun references. This is so cute. It does look like a Tron coaster. Like, I don't care that it's basic. This is City. It can be basic. Thank you. Thank you, Smart. Like, thank you, Banana, Karen, Soggy, Vince. Thank you. Thank you, Disney. I love it. Like, I'm not gonna buy this set by any means. But I'm really glad that it exists. It's fun. It's creative. It reminds me of now I'm yawning. Something is wrong. This reminds me so much of just like early 2012 Lego City when I paid attention. Oh my gosh, the modern house, you're right. You know what, we're just gonna go here and look it up. Lego Creator. Why am I not bringing my keyboard closer to me? This would make way more sense than me trying to lean over. Oh my goodness. Painful. Painful, painful, painful. Okay, modern house. Here we go. Modern house. All right. The cards don't look new to me, but they very well could. This is fire. Oh, I will look at the bed and breakfast. I love the bed and breakfast. I forgot Johnny Thunder's back too. Oh my gosh, why do I forget that like so much Disney stuff is going on? This is awesome. Now, looking at this set, this is why Lego Twilight is happening, because it's a modern house, but it's going to be like a more expensive modern house. This modern house from Creator is awesome. Awesome. Not that we can see the inside, but the inside is cool too. And then there's this like flat modern build. And you know what this could be turned into? If you bought one of these, you could turn this into like a Palm Springs looking Incredibles 2 house. I love this. So many basic, awesome pieces. Great alternate builds. If I find this in Costco, I'm buying this. I know that's very specific. Very specific. But I would definitely go and get it. Can we talk about Lego Gorillas, by the way? Yes. That's a good point, Cronuts. They are making things. Speaking of Melon mentioned, Vince, did you see Mini Superheroes Today did that actually with the Friends set? It was like the one from earlier this year. I'm gonna write summer 2024. So the bed and breakfast one. Oh, there's this one. All right, let's just read the Jace Broke blog article, shall we? And then what else did I want to look up? City. Like none of these sets I'm gonna be buying. Maybe I'll buy the Johnny Thunder one because it was cheap. But let's see. Shout out to Jace Broke blog. There's a red panda in it. That's awesome. Big fan of that one. So there's the Exoforce one. We looked at that. There's the truck. We looked at that. Gorillas. Guys, Lego Gorillas. What more do you want? What more do you want? Okay, don't worry, because it's easier for me to just Google it with how it's set up. This is so fun. I'm gonna buy this. This screams to me Tarzan. And I kind of want it for that reason. Like, the amount of people, oh my god. You know what you can do now? Someone who has a Lego City Zoo could buy this set, and then one of the gorillas could be Harambe. Old meme, but you know. Can someone do that? Replicate like a little child minifigure? I would, but I don't have a zoo. So that kind of sucks. I love animal molds. Like every time I go on Bricks and Pieces and I see there's an animal mold, a lot of the time I will go and buy them. Because even though I don't have like a Lego City or anything, or any real use, I just like having animals. And look at the lemons. The baby gorilla is adorable. Like you could make a little Tarzan minifigure to go with these. Like does no one see that like we could recreate Harambe now? Brixie, you're right, Brixie has a zoo. Would he do that though? Probably not. Can someone do it though? Ooh, and this tiger looks really cool. I want to get the tiger so I can put him next to Jasmine and that can be Raja. Instead of like the Friends Raja that I've got. They do slay. I love the animals. Yeah, animated. We covered all of the Harry Potter ones in a separate stream. It lasted like an hour and 20 minutes. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. You can like watch it on the channel. It's unlisted. I think. Did I unlist it? No, yeah, it's public. It's public. You can watch it. Jang might do it, actually. I don't know. I feel like someone would have to tell Jang to do it. Ooh, new crocodile colors. I don't think we've ever had... We definitely haven't had an olive green crocodile. I mean a sand green crocodile, baby. That looks awesome. Yeah, I'll buy this one. Because it's got a red panda, and it will be cheap. And Johnny Thunder's in it. I kind of feel like I have to. Just, you know, why not? Why not? This is awesome. Shout out to Jolly, who always used to have like Johnny Thunder as his reference. This looks so cool. Oh, and it's got a clip so it can be connected. Guys, I love sets when they connect. I just want all of the new animals. All of the new animals. This construction crane is also awesome. And it's got a porta potty. What more do you want? And then I looked at this tram, like we looked at that. A construction excavator, that one's fun. Car transporter. All right, it's a set. This is fun, the double-decker bus. This reminds me a lot of, like, the Sydney double-decker buses. It gives off that vibe. The tow truck, cool. Harbour docks. This gives off PS4 Spider-Man side mission. That's what I'm getting from this. So, neither, Thomas, they didn't let me do it either. I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. I'm going back tomorrow with vengeance. With vengeance. I will not stop until they let me do it. I signed up and I was like, hey, they let me take photos of the instructions. That was it. I was so annoyed. I went in and I was like, hi. Like, I spoke to them too before it started because I was like, hey, like, I don't really need to sit down here, but I would like, I'd like my thing. They're like, oh, yeah, I don't think we can do that. I was like, why not? It's like, oh, it's supposed to be for kids. I'm like, well, can I at least take photos of the instructions? They were kind of like, I guess. Because they were like, oh, like, yeah, you're supposed to, like, take, like, we're supposed to give them, and then, like, you, like, they would take them back. And I'm thinking, I was like, it says make and take. You're supposed to take it home. Anyway, I didn't mention that. I was like, look, she's doing her job. It does say for kids. But also, you know what else has an age recommendation of, like, 6 to 14? The actual Lego sets that they very happily let me purchase from the Lego store. I'm so annoyed. If the manager of the store was there, I probably could have gotten away with it, but they told me no. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm an AFOL. The amount I'm coming in, I'm wearing my pod racing shirt. It's May the 4th, and you're telling me I can't join in with this Star Wars build. So, I complained about it on my story. Because I'm that person. I wish I ate them up. I did not eat them up enough, to be honest. I was like, look, she's doing her job. But tomorrow, I'm going in. You know what I'm gonna be like? I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna pull out the card. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be the most annoying person ever, right? I'm gonna walk in and I'm be like, hi. I have a booking for me and 2 other people. Hello, we're here to do our make and takes. I got denied yesterday, even though I made a booking. Here's my thing. Guys, I literally have worked with you and your stores to promote your stores. I went to these, you invited me, this store's open and you invited me to go to the store opening at Macquarie. I went to the preview event of Pitt Street. I worked closely with your brand and I'm gonna pull out the receipts and be like, look, here is a message I got from someone who is way higher up than you who said that I'm allowed to do it. Because I do. I had someone who said I can do it. They told me that I should just tell them that I've worked with them. And I'm like, okay, I'll try that. They're going to try, someone like who's connected to the stores, like, and like runs a bunch of stuff for like the promo stuff for the stores, who's like quite high up. So I worked with them actually recently on the like, Lego Star Wars, the exhibit posts that I did on Instagram. So they like let me know about that. I was like, oh, sick. And they're like, hey, can you like help us promote it? I was like, yes. Oh my gosh. So they're like going to try and help me get the builds. Legend. But if not, they're like, just tell them that you worked with us. That might work. And I was like, okay. So I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna walk in and be like, guys. It's like let me in. I just want my free build. It's like 20 pieces. Just let me do it. I'm gonna be that person. I'm so glad that I have 2 bookings so that I can go back tomorrow and be like, my name's on the list. I don't care that I'm not a child. Do you have a problem? Are we saying? Exactly. Is it too much to ask? I'm a Lego fan. I'm a Lego Star Wars fan. I have, in their system, I kid you not, I have 4 accounts and I had to call them up to get them merged. If the manager is there tomorrow, like, he will let me do it. Because I like know the manager. I've like gone in every time he's there and I go and chat with him. He literally like is so chill. He let me come in before the store was open one day to be like, hey, FYI, we didn't get the Harry Potter sets in. And I was like, what? So he didn't waste my time. Legend. So I'm going, thank you, Blue Toad. So, I don't know, adults welcome, and I'm like, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Like, it sucks. Anyway, that's my story. There's enough sets. Well, I reserved it. It wasn't Pitt Street. I feel like in Pitt Street I might have had a better luck. Awful. Awful. I did hear about the mini kit. It was so good. We looked at it earlier. So thank you for sharing. You're welcome. You're very welcome. But it was awful. Awful, awful, awful. Terrible experience. Well, it wasn't a terrible experience. Again, she was just doing her job. And so I respect that. I've never seen this employee in my life. Never seen it in my life. But she was there. She had Leia space buns. And I'm in my episode 1 shirt. Clearly, I'm a fan. Let me in. Clearly, if I have signed up, obviously, I know and I follow the Instagram account, because otherwise, how would I have signed up? Still didn't let me do it. So, that sucked. Great way to start my May the 4th weekend. Yippee-ki-yay. Anyway, it was disappointing, to say the least. So, oh well. Oh well. So I just walked away with my head hung low. Disappointed. Awful. Awful. No problem, Cam. I mean, I was going to say, I didn't really do an awful lot, but I'm really glad that you had a fantastic experience. It was really fun. I'm so glad you got to share it. What are you going to do? Exactly. What am I going to do? Probably going to rig through my pieces and see if I can find them. The thing is, they don't even have any printed pieces. Like, is it really that big of a problem for you to let me have it? Because, you know, none of the other... I didn't see an age restriction on the Downtown Disney version of the event. So, you know... Sorry to say that. It's okay. I'm just heartbroken. I'm being a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. It's just... it's not what you expect. The last thing you expect is to go into a Lego store, especially in 2024, and get age shamed by the employee who was the same. She looked like the same age as me, if not slightly younger. Like, I should bring my lightsaber tomorrow and be like, bro, look what I own. I'll bring 4 of them, and I will grow 2 extra arms, and I will show up like General Grievous and be like, you really want to question me? No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. But she's doing her job. She's following the rules. I get it. But also, why was she the only staff member in there? So there was not even anyone at the checkout counter. There was no one that I could talk to instead to be like, or like she could ask to be like, hey, is it okay if this person does it? Like, anyway. So, happened to me too. It's awful. Awful. So, if Lego owned stores allow both kids and adults to their events, well, so, why are we blocking out the adults? Why? That's rude. Firstly, because how many adults genuinely do you think are gonna sign up for these events? You know who is? It's the ones that are so in love with the brand and so dedicated, who are buying sets early, who love Lego, who like actually care about this stuff. Those are the ones who will sign up and do it. Not any old adult. Especially if you have to like RSVP and your name's on a list. Like, hello? Like, if you don't actually care, you wouldn't know about the event to sign up to do it. Yeah, I didn't feel very adults welcome. Oh, I should use that. I'm like writing a list of, I'm just like mentally taking note of a bunch of things I should like bring up. Be like, so much for adults welcome and leave. Oh, that would be a good one. Mic drop. Yeah, I would feel so powerful doing that. Then we talking about, so Mega, they were doing these make and take workshops at the Lego certified stores in Australia. And I signed up and it said like ages 6 to 14. And I was like, you know what? Like a Lego box says that. You know, that's not stopped me from enjoying the hobby before. I'll sign up and I'll go. And I was really excited. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be so good. Like, I'm gonna get my little build. And, you know, it's May the 4th day. Like, I've got my Star Wars shirt on. Like, there was another guy with a Star Wars shirt on. And he's like, yeah, happy 4th of May. And I was like, happy May the 4th to you too. It was fun. And then I, like, go around to the desk and I was like, hey, like, I have a reservation at 11. Like, I don't really need to sit down and do the workshop. Like, am I able to just, like, take the bag? And go home. And she's like, no, like, we're supposed to take those back at the end. And in my head, I'm like, no, it's a make and take workshop. You're supposed to sit there and build them and take it home. It's a free build. That's what it says on the website. Anyway, I didn't mention that. I was like, oh, well, like, I signed up. Like, can I do it? Like, can I still do it? Because I was like, okay, well, I'll just hang around until 11 then and do it with everyone else. She's like, oh no, like it's supposed to be for kids only. I was like, oh, like, can I take a photo of the instructions then? So I can get the pieces and build it myself? I didn't say it with that tone. I was like, can I take a photo of the instructions and I'll just like get the pieces and build it myself? She's like, I guess. Like, she said it with like the most like kind of disgusted looking tone. Like, she wasn't mean or anything, but she was like kind of cold. And I was like, oh, okay. So then she just like pulls them out and I take photos. I was like, okay, thank you very much. Like, I tried to be positive, but inside I was really upset and I was disappointed. And I was like, I just got age shamed at the Lego store. Bro, I literally promote your stores for you. Like, so annoyed. I'm like, bro, I'm in a Star Wars shirt. I've signed up. And she's like, okay, so like, what's your name again? So I like pointed it out. I was like, it's Holly. My name's right there. And she's like, okay, thank you. Okay. It was so sad. So yeah, I will share the instructions. I will send everyone a photo of the instructions on Discord so you can all build your own, because apparently, even if you have a reservation and did everything the right way, they will deny you because you're not a child. Awful. Awful. I'm sorry, do I like literally have to like look like I'm fresh out the womb in order to... Part of me was debating even like going around the store and asking someone who was there with their child, be like, hey, can I borrow, can you like come and do this thing with me so I can get this free build? I was debating doing that. I didn't. I went home and then I joined this live stream. So, you know, that's how we got here. But I'm gonna try again tomorrow. It is exactly, it's Revenge the 5th, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get revenge. That's my goal. I know. Adults welcome who? Not Lego. And then, because why not? If you're like me and the Lego certified store follows you on Instagram, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna post a story tagging them, saying that you got denied and age shamed. Because that's the right thing to do. What do you do if something doesn't go the way everyone? You complain on social media. You know, usually I wouldn't, but I was like, bro, they follow me on Instagram. They know who I am. I've done stuff for you before. You know I'm a fan. You know I want the build. I want to put it on my shelf and have it upon my collection. You won't do it. I assume so. I've never seen her before. I think she's new. Like, I recognize a lot of the staff members, even if I don't know their names, or I don't really speak to them. At least I recognize them. I don't recognize her. Granted, I don't go to the Lego store on the weekends. If I'm going to go and make a trip, I will go during the week because it's quiet. So I don't really go on the weekends, but I did today. Never seen her. She was there. I was like, great. Maybe I should have gone to Pitt Street because then my favorite staff member, Steph, she works there. I would go and she would let me do it. I agree. Outrage. Outrage. This is disgraceful. Do it. Do it, Kiwi. And then fight. Stand up for yourself. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Weekend's messy. It was empty. There was no one there. I think that session booked out. I might even go in on Monday when I think the manager might be working and be like, hello, do you have any left? I had a booking and they denied me because they would have reserved one for me. And then not only that, they would have reserved 3 for the Sunday sessions that I have booked. So that's 4 that they would at least have left over just based off what I've reserved. So do I, Kiwi. Especially because I was like, I know you're doing your job and I don't want to have a go at you because you were literally doing your job. It's not your fault. But it also is your fault. I was like, I can't. Ugh. I've been talking about this for an hour. I know. It's because it's a big deal. It's one of those things where I'm just like, you know, little thing happens and I'm like, I'm going to take this very personally and I'm going to think about this in the shower all day and about how all of the things I could have done differently to make this situation worked out better. Your reviews are wonderful. I've recommended you to a number of Lego. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Very much so. I'm so excited for the Harry Potter sets and to review them. I'm actually thinking, because I'm like, well, I'm not really going to buy any new unless I do a review on the troop carrier, but then May the 4th's over. So like, why should I do that? I probably won't. Maybe I'll take some photos with it, but I'm thinking I should like take down my light that I have upstairs above my like review setup and pack it in my suitcase. I should have. Well, here's the thing as well, Boosted. When I was walking back to the car, I was like, oh, I should have said that I am a child. I bring my mum to I bring my mum with me so that it's like, oh, like it's for children, and then my mum can be like, she's my child. I am a child to someone. It's like in like our family, right? Like my dad would be like, all right, kiddies, or like, all right, kids, let's go. It's like we're 2 grown adults. I am in my mid-20s at this point, but it's like it makes sense. It did when it signed up, so it's like that's why I was like not gonna get angry, because it does say, it said like 6 to 12, and then you had to select the age range, right? So I was like, okay, well I'm gonna pick the top age range because like I'm 24 and the top age is 14, right? So it's like it did say it, but I was like, you know what else says it? The Lego boxes. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna try. So like that's why I didn't want to get mad at her, because I was like, wait, I know you're doing your job. Like I know full well that it did say this, and like. And that's why I didn't do like the Hagrid's Hut one, because I was like, oh, it's for kids. Like, okay, like I won't do the Hagrid's Hut one. But these Star Wars ones, I was like, come on, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. So, awful. Yeah, it'd be like 1 per household. And I'm like, 2 orders then, multiple accounts, let's go. It's like, guys, I should have. It's be like, I buy Lego. I'm mentally a child. Like, hello? It's like, bro, I literally, like, it's like, bro, I bought the entire wave of Harry Potter. Look at the age ranges on those boxes. It says 9 and up. I'm buying sets for 9-year-olds. Let me in. Thank you, Joshua. Oh, I know, it shouldn't have been shamed. I mean, like, she didn't make me, like, she made me feel bad and, like, so guilty for, like, wanting something that I signed up for. And my name is on the list. I'm like, why are you making me feel bad for wanting the thing that I signed up for? Like, you're doing a fun event. I'm clearly a Star Wars fan. It's May the 4th. It's an exciting day. Let me be excited and enjoy this fun activity. Oh, I should have said it's for my cousin. No, I can't. I don't want to lie like that. I would rather be like, bro, do you know who I am? I would rather pull out the, dude, I have advertised for your stores. I have worked with the corporate team. Then say it's for my cousin. You should be reminded that Lego's for everyone. Exactly. So I took it to the excuse that I'm still a child if I had to renew my license the other day. Well, look, apparently I'm using that excuse and I had to get a new license because my other license expires this year. So that's fun. Oh, I know. How dare I want free Lego? It's like, bro, I go to Lego conventions. Let me in. Exactly, they might as well, exactly. So, if someone tries to buy, they're like 16 and they try and buy an 18+ set, not allowed. By this logic, children who are under the age of 18 should not be allowed to buy adults welcome sets. If it can't go the other way around, why should they be buying, why should the children be buying Snow White's cottage when it's for 18 and plus? Why should the children be taking away those sets for me, which is my age group, when I can't go and take away your store builds because I'm not 14? Even if I was 14, they'd probably deny me. They're like, this is for kids. It's like, yeah, I'm the top of the age group. Business cards. I don't know, I'll print out the page of my channel and just bring it in. Guys, I have brought a folder for, here you go. Actually, technically I have it printed out because it's all in my petition for my visa. I've got it printed. Let's just bring it all. Oh, awful. Awful, awful. Yep, exactly, Mega. You're not allowed to have Avengers Tower because I'm not allowed for this store build. That's how the world works now. Anyway, I should go because it's lunchtime. I'm hungry. It's 1:20. This is my adopted son. Hi, it's his. Also, that's extra proof. More, I'm a Lego fan. I'm a Lego fan. So, I bought a Duplo set the other day for video, no dramas. See, not allowed. Not allowed anymore. Can't do it. But thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna go make lunch because I am very hungry. And I also need to film a video after this so that I can upload it tomorrow night for you. I want to do some more Twitch streams next week. I know I said I was going to do this stream on Twitch and then didn't in the end. Whoopsies. As I saw as well that when I went in it was like, follow Twitch, because like Streamlabs pops up with the notifications, and I was like, oopsies, sorry. But I do want to do some next week because obviously I'm not building anything in the next couple weeks, so there's not gonna be no build stream, but I like to sit and chat, as we've seen with my rant about how I got denied my making. So I will see you. Also, yeah, it's late, 4:30 in the morning in the UK. That's insane. Sorry. Okay, I hope you all have a great night and go to sleep because it's almost midnight. I can look now on the East Coast. Yikes. Okay. Bye everyone. I hope you have a great day. I will see you later. Thanks for hanging